answer, Zach.
Well, keep it ringing. Shadrach will still be in his pit.
What about the Cornwall lot?
Tried them last night. You haven't seen hide in her hair.
Shadrach! Yeah, it's Lisa. Lisa Dingle. We're looking for Sam. Sam, you pillock!
Got a bad feeling about this, Paddy.
He's there!
Hey! Why didn't you tell me, Shadrach? I've nearly broken my phone pushing this 10-pence piece through. Hey? I don't care if he's getting on your wick. If you don't hang on to him, to that... He reckons he's planning to go back to Ireland. Today.
No, he's got to stop him.
Did you hear that? If you don't hang on to him, I'll flatten you. And then I'll send you a cane back to look after you while you convalesce. Aye. Well, that sorted him. Typical. I can't hold on to a son, and he can't wait to get shot of his. I hate gunner leads.
Oh, I know you do, love.
You can't trust the people. Rob you as soon as look at you.
Just tell him how much we want him back. Don't shout at him. And don't get angry and say nothing hasty.
Anything else?
Just be yourself.
Don't you ever hang up on me again, Laura. Yeah, of course I was panicking. At the rate you're going, I'll end up with nothing. If Michael's offering 1 million, then grab it and come home. Zoe's got more than an inkling that there's nothing left in the coffers.
Look, Michael's going to be as difficult as possible. He's bound to... No, Tara, I won't back off. Not until I've got what I came here for. Now, listen, I've had an idea. If he's going to play dirty, then so are we. He was violent, that's true, isn't it? Right. So you took photographs of your injuries, and they could end up in the tabloids. Listen to me, Tara. It doesn't matter that we haven't got pictures. The very idea of it will be enough to scare him.
I told you that in the strictest confidence. Do you know how humiliating it is? Don't you dare... I don't want you to use it. Yeah, of course I want the money. I need the money, but that is not the way. I'm instructing you. Oh, morning. Feeling all right? It couldn't be better. Just on my way to the stables.
Who's that on the phone?
Oh, just an Arab sheikh with a fabulous stallion he'd like us to look at. He's an old friend of the family. I'm sure I could get a really good price.
You need the cash first. We could always offer to pay in oil. Maybe there's a bit of a shortage in Saudi.
Puffy. Slinky. No, I say Puffy.
Well, I say Slinky. What do you reckon, Alan?
Last night I was the birthday boy. Now I'm expected to referee a very disagreeable ping-pong match.
What's all this stuff? Very countrified, I must say.
It's just a bag of jumble from our house. I've decided to smarten Seth up a bit. Just a few old bits and bobs.
Does Seth know you're throwing his clothes away?
I am not throwing them away. I'm giving them to the needy via the jumble set.
Even the needy have some taste, Betty.
Seth won't like this.
Hey, Alan, why don't you go and tinker with your new toy? You're making the place untidy.
Oh, Alan, please don't go.
I don't think I should stay here while you make these monumental frock decisions.
Oh, thanks a bunch.
Alan's quite right. There's no place for a man in preparing a wedding. And I don't care what modern women say, the labour ward should be man-free and all. By the way, did I ever tell you I nearly died when I had our Bernice?
Never in the world.
Why? So you'll be wearing the slinky dress, won't you, Bernice?
Oh, that's not fair, lady. Bernice, who took you in when you first arrived at the village without a friend in the world?
You missed a bit.
Been round it 5 times.
Yeah, well, once more for luck. Pay for your meal on the ferry.
What's going on?
Done my bit. Racing's on in an hour. I'm going to study some form.
Don't worry, son. I'm not going to have a go. Nice motor, Shadrach.
Aye? I wish whoever owned it had shifted it. It's been there for days.
Hey, am I not going to get paid then?
I'd like to, Sam, but I'm a disqualified driver. There might be some legal implications. Any road, ask your dad. It was his idea to keep you busy.
Right, Dad. I'm going to Ireland, and you owe me £1.
What am I gonna do with you?
Thanks, Jerry. He's looking much better. Wouldn't like to come to my house, would you, and look after me? I'm feeling rather ropey.
Flirting with the horses next.
They come to see me for a reason.
It's bad enough flirting with the clients, never mind the hired help.
Who has a name, if you bothered to find out? And I've known him since I was 6 years old. You retentive prude.
Oh, now hang on.
No, you hang on. If you're so stuck up you believe we shouldn't have a laugh with our employees, well, then I'm not surprised the Tates are so unpopular around here. It isn't compulsory to despise those who work for you.
I don't.
It really is very petty, Zoe.
Edward Horncastle's been on the phone for you. You were supposed to ring him days ago.
Well, it'll do him good to be kept waiting.
He seems to think you don't have the funds. I assured him that after today it'll all be going ahead.
Well, maybe it won't.
Look, Tara, I know there's some kind of problem. Why don't we talk about it now, before we commit ourselves any further?
It's the jumble sale.
Forget it.
Another cup of tea, Dad?
We could be drinking tea at home. Not as much as you have here. I hope you're going to leave a contribution. I'm not made of tea.
I remember when tea tasted like tea.
What does it taste like now?
Oh, don't go all deep on me, son.
I'm only asking a question.
Well, obviously, it still tastes like tea.
So, you were lying then?
No, I'm just saying it's different.
More like coffee?
When are you taking him home? I'm losing the will to live here.
You said I could stay.
Aye, when I were drunk.
Come on, Sam.
No! I'm going back to Ireland. It's better all round if I'm out the way.
He's not as green as his cabbage looking.
Shut it, you. Everybody is missing you, Sam.
Bet Kane ain't.
He's not everyone.
Me, Lisa, Belle, we're all missing you.
What about Emily?
Oh, she's had not uttered a word since you went. I think poor lass is in shock.
I didn't mean to upset her.
Well, Emily can be a bit touchy. Don't worry about her.
But, Dad...
Can you not see that your dad, in his own cack-handed way, is trying to lay it on for you? Now, go home where you belong.
I'm a man. I can make my own decisions. I'll not be told what to do.
I'll buy you a can of pop if you go down the bookies for us.
OK, then. Do you want anything fetching while I'm out, Dad?
Maybe Sam should just be left well alone.
Oh, you can't just run away from things.
Well, maybe he's not.
Oh, believe me, Paddy, and ask me no questions, he is. He's not going for the right reasons, though. Now, take Mandy, for instance.
Who?
Well, she's had to go. Well, you can't resent it when her dad's been so poorly.
If I'm being unfair-minded in that, then I can't, but the truth is, I do resent it. His heart might be knackered, and I'm sorry for that, but I miss her like hell, Lisa.
She's had no choice. You can always come round to her family if you feel a bit low.
Well, no offence, but I'd rather just have my wife back, thank you.
We've come to a compromise. And summat we're both happy with.
Slinky over the bust.
But puffy from the thighs down.
I've been battling against puffy thighs half my life. I'm hardly going to rejoice in it on my wedding day.
I shall be in the diner if anybody wants me.
Oh, come on, Betty.
Talk to the hand. The face ain't listening.
That was very rude, our Bernice. But never mind her. What do you think of the bodice?
It's a winter wedding, Mother. I'll have goosebumps bigger than the beading if I wear that.
You're getting married. You're supposed to suffer a bit.
I know the countryside's pretty round here, but finding anyone with a bit of taste... Oh, I'm sorry, Kelly. I didn't mean you. Any suggestions you got are gratefully appreciated.
Don't get married. That's the best suggestion I could offer.
Oh, oh Kelly, you are funny.
I ain't laughing.
change there, then.
You got ants in your pants or what?
Oh, no, it's just a manhole cover missing at end of the street. Might have taken a tumble, you know what he's like.
He's that dozy, he's better off without him.
Aye, what's losing another son when I've already buried two?
I didn't mean it like that. Hey, I took Sam in.
Yeah, and I've taken you again.
I never asked you to.
And you've never asked after him either.
Gave up on Arcane a long time ago.
You wonder why he's lost to you?
I've been away a lot. There again, so's Arcane.
You couldn't even set an example as a good robber. You're probably closer to half the screws in Britain than you are to your own son. If you could start again, Shadrach.
You just upset yourself with that sort of rubbish.
No, but if you could, would you do it different?
Like what you said at our Butchie's funeral about you and him being mates?
In the end, I even took his advice a couple of times.
I suppose it'd have been all right. Someone to see me home when I'm pie-eyed, you know, that sort of thing.
Well, it's my last chance with our Sam.
Well, what you doing sitting on your lazy backside for? You can't have gone far.
How am I supposed to pay back what I owe if I can't get any work done? You enjoy hassling me, don't you?
My pleasures in life are simple and few. Perhaps I should have a word with Roy.
Look, I've told you, it's between you and me. You'll get your money.
Look! I need to do some shopping, but I don't have any cash.
Am I interrupting?
Alan, can you look after this place for a minute?
Yes.
It's just that I've got an estimate to do, so I'll only be 10 minutes.
We haven't quite finished as yet.
Yeah, well, some of us have a living to earn. Thanks, Alan.
You little shark. Take some advice from me, Alan. Don't trust him. Hey, this is coming on well. I'm impressed. Something none too taxing to pass the time now that you're officially a senior citizen, eh? Oh, you sprung a little leak.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Just when I was short of an oily rag.
Would you still want to keep this going as a business if there were just the two of us?
But there are three of us, and that's the way it's going to stay.
So why are you here, if you have such confidence in Tara?
Check on my investment.
Well, it's currently short of one director's stake, as I suspect it'll be tomorrow. Laura Johnston, Suite 247. 247. What time did she leave? But I don't suppose you could tell me, was she smiling when she left the hotel? Yeah, smiling, you know, looking happy. Oh, never mind. Yeah, bye.
I've just seen Alan's new project.
What's this?
His new life partner. She's rather rusty and she drips a bit.
Sounds like me.
He spent more money on that bike than he ever spent on a woman. Them parts cost a bomb.
I'll try
I
it.
know.
Go from there.
I don't suppose he's organised himself a supplier.
Ask someone who's interested. But I'm not kidding, he could take a world cruise and still have change for chips, the money he's shelling out on them.
Excuse me.
She's rethinking her options on the frock. Putty in my hands. Hard luck, Diane.
Don't look at me, I only live with you.
How could you? She'll have you looking like little Bo Peep.
Sounds rather fetching.
You'll never believe what Betty's done with your clothes, Seth. I can't stand by and watch a man being emasculated.
Aye, I'd rather you do that than me one at joining in type.
I'm not far off suggesting we get married in a bikini on a deserted island, no guests.
Why don't I assist you in finding a dress?
I know you have to wear a frock for work, Ash, but it's not quite the same thing.
I suppose you've already asked Kathy.
I'd forgotten about that. And let's face it, she's got more experience than Liz Taylor when it comes to the big day.
If you hadn't made him go to the bookies...
Just hope he didn't put those bets on. What a pair of nags.
I'm worried now.
Never.
Do you think we should ring the coppers?
You are joking. I'd have to clear the house.
We've been looking all over for you!
Dad!
Tell me you didn't put those bets on.
Of course I did. Some kids were chucking stones at us on the way home. I had to hide in the shed.
You don't know whether to laugh or cry.
How did you get in?
I'm a jingle, aren't I? I've got some skills. We're dead hot in that shed. I reckon the milk's gone off. Should I go back?
No, just sit down. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want to talk to you.
Don't you walk away from me.
I'm not walking, I'm storming.
Where to?
My room.
He can't even do that right. He's gone and locked himself in the bog.
Oof. Parched.
So am I. I'll go home and put kettle on.
Well, you might as well. It looks as though you've got everything else on. What are you playing at, you?
You're supposed to keep your most precious possessions about your person. That's what they say.
You look daft.
The rest as daft as you. Ta-ra, ladies.
Bye, Seth.
Now, who told him I was going to chuck his clothes out, I wonder?
You know how people talk in a small village. It seems Seth's needs are needier than the needies.
Die and stir it.
Now, come on, Betty, don't start. Now, I know you've both been under a lot of stress, what with trying to help me find a dress.
What do you mean, trying?
I'd hate to see you both fall out.
As if.
So, I've decided to ask Kathy to help me with the frock. Yes, sir, what can I get you?
No.
But why? We were all getting on famously. What's gone wrong?
I'm not our Butch. I know that now, so I can't come back.
Sam,
What?
you've got to let me in, Sam.
Not yet. He's upset.
Well, I'll be upsetting him in a bastard.
Look, I don't even understand what Butcher's got to do with it. You're not making any sense.
You were happy enough without me when Butch were alive. You were all happy then.
You were inside, in the nick. If I could have sprung you every time I miss your dorsey bones, then I would have. But it wasn't very practical, was it? Can you hear me, Sam?
No father could be fairer on a son. Now let me in that bug before he burns me till. Pop round next time I'm bummed.
Must be a relief to escape to the garage.
Well, I know just how Quasimodo felt when he found that church. I'm really very grateful to you and Roy.
By the way, what terms did Roy sort out with you?
Why, come and go as I please.
No, I realised that. I mean, about the rent.
Oh, I did say to Roy I offered to make a contribution.
So we're not even charging you?
I assumed you knew.
Right, well, I do now. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Turner. Roy should never have agreed to that. Are you still happy to make a contribution, or do you want to shift your bike?
Would you use an helicopter to spring me?
Bit expensive, isn't it?
If you'd want poles.
People like me don't win the pools. Pick and shovel's more my style.
Bad for your back.
I'm not bothered about my bike. I want you home. I'd be finished if I lose you.
Got everybody else.
I'm talking about you. What do you want me to say, son?
Nout.
Do you want me to say I love you, something daft like that?
No.
Because if that's what it takes, I'll do it.
I thought you just said it was daft.
Well, it's not something a proper fella would do without being pushed. But I do, son.
Shut up.
Maybe if I'd said it occasionally,
I just always thought you liked Butch more.
And he always thought it was the other way around. So I've failed you both. Good and proper. Go to Ireland. Get as far away from me as you can. I wouldn't blame you.
Don't say that. It's me that's a failure. I'm the bad one.
You have never done a bad thing in your life. On purpose.
I'm too ashamed to come home.
Oh, look. It's a vanishing lady.
I have been busy.
Yes, busy hiding.
Are you all right, Tara?
I think we should have a chat, all of us. A sort of board meeting.
You're not getting an extension.
Zoe,
If she can't pay her share today, that was the agreement.
why don't we just listen to what she's got to say?
You've blown it, haven't you? Oh, I asked you not to threaten him.
I only mentioned being a close personal friend of Nigel Dempster.
You're fired. Oh, you can forget about your fee. 10% of nothing is nothing.
Laura?
We're just about to have a meeting, Laura.
This won't take a second. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for Tara.
I knew there was something wrong.
Oh, you can tell them all now.
I'm afraid 5 million's a little bulky to fit into a carrier bag, so they'll bring it in a truck later this week. You're a very rich woman again. Congratulations, Tara.
Oh, Laura. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I really don't know what to say.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find a suitable way of grovelling.
You were stony broke when we set all this up, weren't you?
You could have ruined this whole thing. Is there anything you'd like to say for yourself?
Don't be angry with me. I had to rebuild things. I had to carry on as if everything was normal.
So you just lied.
Well, you're good for it now. That's all that matters. I'm very happy for you.